Good American Family Episode 7 Recap. Natalia Won't Back Down. The 7th episode of Good American Family recently aired on Hulu. The latest episode was fittingly titled, If You Tell a Story Well Enough, and continued to portray the back-and-forth struggle and mudslinging between Christine and Michael Barnett on one hand, and Natalia Grace on the other. Good American Family had kicked off its premiere episode with Christine Barnett being taken into custody and Michael Barnett being convinced by the police investigators to testify in court against his wife. The latest episode of the show, in true nonlinear fashion, picked up from this point in the narrative. The latest episode began with the heartbreaking trials and tribulations of Natalia Grace, who is suddenly confronted with the fact that she's not a child but an adult, and is relocated from the children's wing to the adult wing at the psychiatric facility where she was being held for evaluation. After her ordeal about getting her legal age changed was over, she was sent to live on her own until Cynthia Mans and her family came to the rescue. While Cynthia believes in certain aspects of Natalia's story, they decide to litigate against the Barnetts in court, asking them to change Natalia's age back to that of a child. By this time, the Barnetts are shown to be living in Canada. Christine herself is basking in the popularity accorded to her by the launch of her book, while Michael's grip over his family and his relationship with his wife has become further relaxed. After a host of unheard requests, Michael finally comes down to a court in the States for the hearing regarding Natalia's age, but doesn't speak to her in person. The judge rules that there's no need to update Natalia's age. On the other hand, Detective Brandon Drisdale digs deeper into the case, and after speaking to the concerned doctors, realizes that Natalia's adult age was faked by the Barnetts. While Kristen and Michael go on the offensive to prove that Natalia was a cold-blooded killer, set out to cause them harm, Natalia gives an interview of her own, explaining her own side by the end of the episode. The character of Detective Drysdale, played by DeLay Hill, is crucial to furthering the narrative of the Hulu show's latest episode. The actor recently spoke in an exclusive interview with TV Insider. Hill opened up about his character and the references he drew from real life to perfect his performance. In episode 7 of Good American Family, titled Natalia Won't Back Down, tensions are high as Natalia, the family's eldest daughter, faces a series of challenges that put her strong-willed nature to the test. As always, the stakes are personal, emotional, and unpredictable. And this episode delivers drama, growth, and a momentous family decision. The episode opens with the family gathered in the kitchen, as Natalia pores over a mountain of documents at the breakfast table. Her focus is unmistakable. She's been working tirelessly to secure a significant contract for her business venture, but complications arise when she realizes that a major competitor is planning to offer an even better deal. As the daughter of a family that values loyalty and determination, Natalia's refusal to back down from this challenge becomes the driving force of the episode. A family divided. As Natalia discusses the opportunity with her father, Richard, there's immediate tension. Richard, a seasoned businessman, believes that Natalia should reconsider her approach and opt for a safer, more strategic route. You can't afford to take risks like this, he warns her, his concern for her well-being clear. Business isn't just about heart. It's about calculated decisions. But Natalia, fiercely independent and full of ambition, doesn't back down. You taught me to go after what I want, Dad, she retorts, and I'm not backing down now. Her mother, Julia, who has always been the peacemaker of the family, stands in the middle, trying to keep the peace. She suggests finding a middle ground, but Natalia's eyes are set on her goal. This isn't about middle ground, she insists. This is about me proving to everyone, including myself, that I can do this. As the conversation unfolds, It's clear that Natalia's determination is not just about the business deal. It's about proving herself in a family dynamic that often puts her at odds with her father's protective tendencies. Richard's resistance to change is rooted in his own experiences, and he's clearly worried about Natalia walking down a path that might lead to failure. But Natalia refuses to let fear dictate her decisions. She's been underestimated before, and this time she's determined to show everyone what she's capable of. The pressure builds. With her mind set on the deal, Natalia finds herself under increasing pressure. She meets with her business partner, Tessa, who shares her vision but also expresses concerns about the risks involved. "I get what you're trying to do, Natalia, but we could lose everything," Tessa says, her voice tinged with worry. Natalia brushes off her concerns, pushing forward with the plan. "This is the only way forward. We can't let fear hold us back." Meanwhile, back at home, tensions are also rising between Natalia and her younger brother, Lucas. Lucas, ever the joker, tries to lighten the mood, but his sarcastic comments only push Natalia further into her corner. "I'm just saying, maybe Dad's right," Lucas says, teasing her with a smirk. "You might be biting off more than you can chew." Natalia shoots him a glare. "I don't need your opinion, Lucas. I'm doing this my way." The sibling rivalry intensifies as their personalities clash, with Lucas's carefree attitude often irritating Natalia's driven nature. But beneath the surface, it's clear that there's more to their relationship than meets the eye. Lucas may be trying to poke fun, but his playful jabs hide his own fears about Natalia's bold moves. An unexpected setback. Just as Natalia thinks she's on the path to success, a major setback occurs. The competitor she's been worried about launches an aggressive marketing campaign that threatens to overshadow her efforts. Natalia's plans seem to be unraveling before her eyes. For the first time in the episode, doubt creeps into her mind. Seeking solace, Natalia goes for a long walk, trying to clear her head. She stops by a local park, the same one where she and her father used to walk when she was younger. It's here that she has an emotional moment of reflection. Natalia recalls a memory from her childhood. Richard had once told her, "The world will try to knock you down, but the only thing that matters is how you get back up." As the memory plays over in her mind, Natalia's resolve is strengthened. She knows what she has to do. Giving up is not an option. The family reunites. Back at home, after her walk, Natalia sits down with Richard. The air between them is thick with unspoken words. Finally, Natalia speaks, her voice soft but firm. "I need you to trust me, Dad. I need you to believe in me, even if it's hard. I'm not going to give up." Richard looks at her, his expression unreadable. There's a long pause. "I don't want to see you fail," he admits, the vulnerability in his voice surprising Natalia. "But I see you, Natalia. You're not the little girl I used to know. You've grown into someone I'm proud of. You've got this." In that moment, Natalia's eyes well up with tears. It's the acknowledgement she's been craving. The tension between them begins to dissolve, and for the first time, it feels like they're on the same side. The episode ends with Natalia stepping back into her business with newfound confidence. She makes a call to her team, ready to take on her competitor and fight for the contract that she believes will define her career. "I'm not backing down," she says with quiet determination. The legacy of a family. Natalia Won't Back Down is an episode that highlights not just the internal struggles of the protagonist, but also the complex dynamics within a family that is bound by love, but also by differing visions of what success looks like. It's a story of resilience, trust, and the journey towards self-discovery, all of which play out in the highs and lows of Natalia's quest for success. This episode is a reminder that sometimes the hardest battles aren't just with external forces, but with the people we love the most. And in the end, it's the unbreakable bond of family that can help us find the strength to rise again. Natalia's refusal to back down may have been the central theme of the episode, but the real heart of the story lies in the moment when she and her father finally reach an understanding, marking a new chapter in their relationship and in Natalia's journey toward independence.